Uh, Good evening. This is the placement preparation for object-oriented programming paradigm and C++ learning. Both things will begin, right? Already I have introduced before the recording of this, what is the purpose of this, all these things. It will run for next 15, 20 or 30 days, right? And you will be sparing your time for 1 hour every day evening, and you will be doing programming under Unix environment. And as many as around 56 or 60 programs, okay, we will drive it, okay, highlighting the C++ concepts, principles, philosophy, right, through simple programs. And we do not solve any problem as such here, right, but we will understand the principles through programming this, and you will be trying all those programs, right, in your system, and preferably Unix environment, right? So with this introduction, okay, let me begin today. Now look at the question. You already gone through the Java programming, you have gone through the OMD course, and you have cleared first internal exam also. At this stage, right, having known, now assume that I'll be asking these set of questions today and tomorrow, and I'll be telling the answer also, right? First 2 days that it's the introductory, right? But they are very important. Then we will get into, from the third day we will get into C++ directly, right? Now let's begin, right? So my first question, if you answer you are in, if you don't answer you are out. Now assume that that's the situation when you get into the placement. In a placement, having gone through the aptitude and programming round, when you get into the technical round interview, right, there are many course comes into picture. I told you C, right, Java programming, C++, right, then data structure, algorithms, operating system, computer network, right, like this databases and all. These are the core fundamental things. On the top of that, trending and what project you are done, right, what seminar you again done, any hobby project, right, your hobbies and all, right, then your skill sets, right, all that comes into the picture, and any noteworthy contribution. Fine, there are different people, okay, train you better than me in all different dimension. Let me get into the one which, right, I have expertise, right? In fact, I used to give a consultancy on object oriented testing, okay, for the industry in the year 2008, 9 and all, during that period, right? So using that experience, I would like to, okay, bring to you this particular session, right? So let's begin. My first question to you, what is the need for object-oriented programming paradigm? Please remember, what is object-oriented programming paradigm is different. What is the need for object-oriented programming paradigm? The floor is open, right? Anybody, right? It is not a classroom, regular classroom. Please understand that. What is the need for object-oriented programming paradigm? Why do you need it? Say you have a C programming.
Good evening, sir.
Please, you have to tell your name and get into.
Shrikar, sir, A division.
Yeah, Shrikar. No, division is immaterial. Shrikar. Okay, go ahead. Okay, what is the need for object-oriented paradigm?
Yes, sir. To maintain the complexity of the program, we go for
What is the term you used? Can you repeat that?
complexity maintenance.
Please remember, it is not complexity maintenance. It is managing complexity.
Okay, sir.
Right? It is a managing complexity. You cannot tell any other answer than this. Right? Because this has been explained by the people who have created object-oriented programming concept, okay, who have created that concept. Okay, Grady Booch and, okay, their contemporaries and all, right? Okay, we have to manage the complexity of the program, right, or the design and all. So we go for object orientation, right? Are you clear about that? My next question to you is that one, how is that? What do you mean by complexity, right? Okay, why not? It can be managed by modular programming. We have a concept called modular programming, right? So we can manage modular programming approaches to manage again the complexity, right? Why not? Okay, those things can be used. Floor is open now. Again, it is an interview. It is an interview. You answer one, okay, it gets into the next one. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shrikar, you answered that question. My next question to you is, right, it can be managed using modular approach. right?
Yes.
But why, okay, object-oriented paradigm, we all talk about that. Shrikar.
Yes, sir. Sir, in modular approach, only a particular function we can reuse, but in OOP, complete class we can recreate and reuse.
No, here at this level, okay, question of reuse and all other things does not come into picture at all, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, now we are people who created this concept at this early stage, first stage, we are looking into that, right? Shrikar, my next question, right, is, right, why modular approach is sufficient? Why people thought that object-oriented paradigm? Can I
I'm
get
not
into,
sure about
yeah, okay, look at that. This is where we want to break it. So please, okay, give your 1 hour time for next 20-30 days to me, right? But at the same time, I warn you, you have to prepare other things also, not only this, right? Can I get into Aishwarya Solanki? Can I get into Aishwarya Solanki? Hello? I'm audible to you, Aishwarya? It is not a regular class, right? Please, okay, open your mouth. Ajay, Habib, can you get into this, answering this question? Or can anybody get into? The floor is open now. The floor is open.
Sir, object to
Who is that? Who is speaking? Madam, what is your name?
Shravani.
Shravani. Tell me, right, why not modular approach?
Sir, in object-oriented paradigm, we can define abstract data types. So it helps in hiding the implementation details.
Is that a reason? My question to you was, please look into that. In the interview, you need to focus on what question has been asked, right? You need to be tell very precisely those answer. My question to, Shrikar told that, okay, it is to manage a complexity, we have to go for object orientation. I said, complexity can be managed, okay, even modular approach also, right? Modular approach. Then why modular approach, okay, is not again appropriate? In non-object oriented paradigm or process oriented model, like the way that we do in C programming, we go for modular approach. We write different functions and all, we write different modules and all, we write okay, all these things and get into. Why that is not sufficient to manage complexity?
Excuse me, sir.
Go ahead. Shravani, no?
Dikshita.
Okay, Dikshita, tell me.
Sir, in modular approach, one disadvantage is we don't have, we can't bind our data and functions together. Whereas in object-oriented program,
Madam,
we can bind that, so that will, it is kind of like a real-world scenario compared to modular approach.
Madam, right? That all object-oriented scenarios, once we get into the object orientation, we get into. But we are not entered into object-oriented at all right now. My question is, you have a complexity, right? Complex problems, right? A modular approach we can get into. Why this modular approach is not sufficient?
Excuse me, sir.
What are the issues of modular approach? Who is that? Who's that? Veena. Everyone, you want to speak, you tell your name and get into. Veena, get into.
In object-oriented, everything is in object concept, sir. But in model,
Madam, I'll interrupt. We are not getting into the object orientation still now at all. The Shrikar told that to manage a complexity, we need some X paradigm. I told, as an interviewer, I said that to manage a complexity, I have a modular approach. Why can't we manage with modular approach? What is object orientation? Still, we don't know. I don't know anything. We are not entered into. What is an issue of modular approach?
Excuse me, sir.
Who is that?
Shraddha, sir.
Shraddha, tell me.
Yes, sir. To solve real world problems, sir, we need object oriented.
No. Okay, my question is, right, managing complexity through modular approach, right? Why this is not sufficient? Answer is very
Excuse
simple.
me, sir.
Who is that? Who is that?
Sir,
Dheeraj,
Siddharth,
sir.
sir.
Dheeraj. Okay, get into Dheeraj. Then next I'll take another person. Dheeraj, tell me.
So it's difficult to break down the complex problems in modular approach.
Who said it? Who
Dheeraj,
said
sir.
it? No, not like that. Okay, you can easily break into different modules and all different functionalities you can break into. Right? Why? Right? The modular approach is not sufficient here. Right? There was one more person talking. Okay, who's that? Can you name?
Sir, Siddharth.
Siddharth, tell me.
Sir, in modular approach, we use top-down approach. But in object-oriented, we make use of bottom-up approach. So in bottom-up approach, we can use low-level utilities again and again.
Okay, see all these answers. Okay, you are telling ahead of time, but they are all fantastic. You are talking with different terms and all. I'm happy today more than my classroom, right? But my question is different, right? You are right in different perspective, right? Why modular approach is not sufficient to manage complexity?
Excuse me, sir.
Who's that?
Ramya speaking.
Ramya, tell me.
Yes, sir. To solve the complex problems, we need to create more models, which are to manage more methods. It is more complex. Like to solve problem.
Yeah, you are again very near to the answer and perfectly right. Right? Please look into that. The nature of the problem today, the nature of the project the people solve today, and the nature of the problem the people were solving maybe 20, 30 years back and all, they were different. Today it is so large, right, so voluminous that even modular approach, the number of modules will become very large. Managing the module themselves will be a complex thing. Managing the module itself is a complex thing, so you need a different approaches altogether. The modular approach is not sufficient, right? The way that process oriented model used to follow the modular approach, right, they are not sufficient because number of modules are large in number. So it is very difficult, right, to manage complexity. Everyone agree with my statement?
So can you please repeat it?
Managing the module, the number of modules that you visualize for the nature of the problem today we have, right, they are very large. Managing module itself is a difficult task. Though you go for the modular approach, number of modules will be very large in number. So you still, the complexity is not resolved by using a modular approach of a process oriented model, what we think about. Are you getting it? We need a different approach of modularity. What is that modularity? What is a different nature of the modularity that we speak about in object orientation? We need to look into. Are you clear? Floor is open, right? There is no theory examination for that. If at all you are not understood, you can simply shoot the things at me. Tell your name and come on, right, the discussion.
Excuse me, sir. I'm Dikshita.
Go ahead.
Sir, I have a question. What you had told was there'll be a voluminous number of models, so managing that will be complex. Whereas here also there can be many classes, and we can create many classes, right? So how can we actually? But that doesn't answer the question, right? So
Yes.
we need some like the complexity can be managed not based on the numbers.
Go ahead. Dikshita, go ahead. Dikshita, go ahead. Dikshita? Ankit, I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Dikshita, okay, she lost connection, it seems.
Yeah,
Right?
sir, I think so.
Yeah, please, okay, remember here, right? When we were talking about the process-oriented module, so we have modules. The modules are very large, very, very large. Okay, that kind of modular approach of the process-oriented model are not sufficient, right? We need different kinds of modular approach. What is a different kind of modular approach that object-oriented programming provides to us? We will look into that when we come across the OOP. Still, we are not entered the OOP principles. That's what I want to tell you to Dikshita. Ankit. Right?
Yes,
Ankit?
yes, sir.
Right. We are not
Yes,
entered.
sir.
Okay. Dikshita's question was, right, even when the modules are very, very large in number, how does it solves? Right? OOP. Right? That's what
Yes,
we
sir.
will see when we enter into the OOP. Please remember, right, what kind of question that you get in your interview, you don't know. Right? We say operating system is an important thing. But in one of the interview, you may not get any question from operating system at all. Right? Doesn't mean that you should not prepare for that. So what are the main areas where you have to prepare is C programming thoroughly, Java programming thoroughly, either Java or C++ thoroughly, then data structure, algorithms, fundamental these. Then operating system, computer network, database, next layer. These 6 courses you must prepare thoroughly everything. Right? Thoroughly everything. Then something else. I was telling you in A division, one of my class, right, is, right, in Texas Instruments, in one of the interview, people asked why NAND gate is called universal gate. Are you getting it? Right? Understood? Right? In one of the interview for electronics people, right, they thought that everything, it's a computer science related industry, they thought that everything for computer science, okay, industry and all, they prepared database programming and all. Okay, in that interview, people started asking question about the electronics course, whatever they have learned. It happened in this semester only. In this semester only, in one of the company here, your friends who are there in the 8th semester will bring those people also, get connected with you also. Are you getting it? Hello, Ankit?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, no, you have to respond to me, right? So we don't know what kind of things that you get it. Maybe 1 or 2 question you may get or you may not get it. But that 1 or 2 question will make a big difference in your interview. That 1 or 2 questions are few, half an hour discussion, maybe in half an hour, 2-3 questions or 4-5 questions, depending on how long you debate, right? That will make you to in or out. Right? I am focusing only on object-oriented programming. Surely we'll be having certain things, okay, on this, right, in every interview. Right?
Yes.
So have you understood question number 1? Why we
Yes.
need to manage complexity? But I did not tell you how we manage complexity in OOP. I did not tell it. My modular approach, right, doesn't work at all. And somebody said top down and bottom up approach, okay, their approach, okay, even in OOP, even in, okay, process oriented model, everywhere that is an approach that is being used, right?
Yes.
So my next question is, right, if I don't manage complexity, what happens? If we don't manage complexity, what happens? What are the issues if I don't manage? Or what are the sort of industry they are facing issues, outcome, the issues, problems due to complexity? If you do not manage, what happens? Floor is open now. We are in question number 1.
Sir, may I try?
Who is that?
Ankit, sir.
Other than Ankit and Ashish. Amruta Kamath. Okay, can you come into the discussion? Amruta Kamath?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just come for the discussion. Right? You please come on the board, okay, for the discussion. Right? I don't manage complexity. Now, what are the, okay, issues the industry face?
I guess it's difficult to understand the code, debug it.
difficult to understand the code, that is for the programmer. But as far as the industry where you wanted to make a profit, you want to run the business, what issues that you have with the customer?
It's not so familiar to the customer. We may get lost.
No, no, no. Right. Anusha, can you get on the board? Anusha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me. I don't manage, what happens? I don't have an appropriate tool to manage, what happens?
Sir, if any case like if we have to improve our system, we'll have to go through everything. Time waste, sir, and
Time waste.
memory.
Okay,
Yes,
time
sir.
waste. I'll pick the term time waste. Now, what happens is if you do not manage complex things properly, right? The delivery, the submission, whatever that you do, that will get delayed. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That will get delayed. Okay, delayed delivery. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right. That's one of the major thing. When you delay the delivery, what happens? Okay, I'm supposed to work for 1 day and get 10,000 salary per day. If I work for 2 days unnecessary, I get to 20,000. What happens to my college? What happens to my college?
Short notes.
Profit will come down.
Yes, sir.
It becomes more expensive.
Yes, sir.
It becomes more expensive. Then what is another thing? We ask you, submit assignment today by 11 o'clock night. Okay, 4 assignments which are very complex, which are very heavy. Then what happens? You submit only 1, remaining 3 you leave it. Right? Some of the features you ignore. Some of the features with less testing, with the less the features available, you release the product to the market.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Right? Maybe delay, maybe more expensive, the cost, right?
Yes,
then
sir.
Maybe some of the requirements you don't take care of that, and you get a bad name from your customer. The customer says that this feature is not taken care, that feature is not taken care, not done properly and all, right? So these are the issues that usually the industry face when you do not manage your project properly. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Now we will try to complete the question number 1, right? What is the need for object-oriented programming paradigm? Here we have understood, okay, to manage complexity, first thing. Second thing, right, okay, if I don't manage complexity, what happens? That we know that. And the third thing we said, the earlier process-oriented model, modular approach of process-oriented model, they are not sufficient to manage complexity today what we are talking, because module themselves, they are very complex in nature. Module themselves are complex and more number of modules, both together. Module, they themselves are complex and more number of modules. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Now the floor is open. Have you understood, right? Why do we move from process-oriented model to object-oriented model? Why we move from this to the another model? Only that. But we are not yet said what is a object-oriented model. We did not discuss at all. That comes in question number 2. We wanted to move because it is very complex. Please don't think that the Termor kind of size of problems that what you are doing. No. Right? So group of people, maybe in terms of 10, 20, 30 people, they work on same project. Very large in nature. Right? And in your database, when number of tables, right, 2, 3, 4, you are comfortable. But when number of tables become 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, then it becomes very complex to coordinate among all the things. And that complexity we are talking. Complexity doesn't mean that I don't know. Complexity means that I cannot manage. Right? It is beyond human intellectual capability. Please understand it. Are you getting it? Ankit?
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is, right, I'll give just one example. Assume that Ankit is very good in preparing jeera rice, right? He can prepare for 1, 2, 3 people, 10 people, right? So today night 9 o'clock, if I take 200 people to his home, Ankit, can you prepare?
It will be difficult, sir.
Very difficult, and that is complexity we are talking here. It is not that Ankit doesn't know jeera rice. Please remember this. When number of tables, when number of UI, okay, when number of computational element become a larger, more in number, okay, and also the logic complexity also grow, then you find it a problem of managing the things, and that complexity we are talking here, right?
Yes, sir.
So are you clear? Please look into that. You don't have an examination. All these things you have to note down in your own way, but some of the slides PPT required for that, I'll prepare it and I will upload by today evening so that you can refer it. Once this class is over, I'll update, including the video also. I'll update. Hello?
Yeah, it's Ankit, sir. May I ask one thing, sir?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sir, the question that you asked me, like, if we not manage the complexity, in let's suppose some software is there, if we not manage the complexity, then can we say it like, sir, like, let's suppose if we not manage the complexity, then it will be just after some time it will be outdated, or we can say like it
No, no.
will not be maintainable.
No. Right? Okay, maintainable and outdated things comes once you start using it. But when when you deliver to the customer find that it doesn't work properly. Some of the features are not available, and you are supposed to give last month. Today you are given, I lost my business and all. Who will pay the penalty for that? This crisis we are talking. Once everything is installed, people are using, new things are coming, managing the things and all, true. But when we get into that, once we start operating that one, those issues will come. Because you are not properly organized, complex things are not being organized, you are, updations are difficult. That is a part of maintenance, you are true. Right? But what crisis I am talking is the initial delivery itself. Today you are supposed to deliver, but you don't do that. Next week you deliver. You have to pay the penalty for this 1 week delay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what we are talking. That's what we are talking. Anything else? Question number 1. There are 11 questions. We will discuss today, tomorrow, and if required, day after tomorrow. Then immediately we'll get into C++. 56 programs of C++. Anything? Shall I go to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Right. I'll go to the next one. Okay, let me do the marking. 1 minute. 1 minute. Just a minute. It stops marking. I don't know what happens in between. Okay. Right. Shall I get into the question number 2?
Yes, sir.
Right. One is clear. Okay. And the need for we are asking. Not what is this? What is OOP? We are not seen at all. Now, what are the principles of object orientation? So that these principles should help me in managing complexity. Please look into that. Managing, right, complexity, right, the principle, whatever you people say, it should help me in that. So the floor is open. What are the principles? Floor is open.
Sir,
May I ask, right, somebody randomly picking, right, Girish Patil. Girish Patil, can you come on the board? Girish Patil. Quickly. Girish Patil. Iranna Yaugal, can you come on the board? Iranna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Iranna, right? Welcome on the board. Right. Tell me, what are the principles of object-oriented paradigm?
So one of the principles is we encapsulate the code and the data, sir.
1 minute, I'll write it.
I
You,
mean-
you encapsulate, okay, the code and data, right? This. Then
Yes, sir.
then what?
So we perceive the whole, all of the things as an object, sir.
Right. You
Nothing is
encapsulate.
perceived as.
Okay. You visualize the entire thing, okay, as the objects or the class. Okay. Thus. Anything else? You are correct, but we would like to refine it so that you are professionally representing the answer to the people. Right? We will do that. What are the principles? Aishwarya, can you come on the board and extend what he has said? Aishwarya?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. Right, he said that everything is visualized as an encapsulated entity called object or class, so that code and data are taken care in encapsulation. That is the principle.
Polymorphism, sir.
Okay, she is adding a polymorphism as one of the principles of that, right? No, whether the answer is correct or wrong, I will not tell now, right? Polymorphism is one of the principles. Is it that because of the polymorphism you manage complexity? I told you these principles should enable us to manage complexity.
Sir, it's abstraction.
Okay, now I'll change the color, right? Because you also change the track and all. One of the principles, she says that it is abstraction, right? Right. Then anything else? You said polymorphism and abstraction. We will look into that. Right? Anything else? Anything else?
Inheritance.
Inheritance. Right. Inheritance. I'll write. Right. Anything else? Anything else, Aishwarya? Anything else?
Sir, data hiding.
Who's that? Tell your name.
Sir, Ashish.
Ashish. Right. Your voice is different. Right. Ashish. Data hiding. I'll keep on writing. Data hiding. DH. Remember, DH stands for data hiding. I should not forget. Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, abstraction, inheritance, data hiding, polymorphic calls, encapsulation of code and this. Anything else?
Sir, classification of abstraction.
Classification of abstraction. Classification of abstraction. Who is this?
Sir, Shrish.
Okay, Shrish. Right, this. Right. Anything else? I want the floor is open. Anybody can say it. I'll put it on the board. Hello? Ankit, can you put it now? Ankit?
Yes, sir.
Tell me your views.
Sir, according to me, there were 4 basic principles, sir.
Tell me what are those? Okay, 1 minute. 1, 2, 1 minute, 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me first one.
Sir, it will be abstraction.
It will be abstraction. Then
Polymorphism.
Then polymorphism. It is ending. The session is ending. Polymorphism. Then one session ends.
Encapsulation.
Encapsulation. Then
And finally, inheritance.
finally inheritance. Now, all of you, please remember, right? Yeah. Okay. The principles of abstraction, I'll write it in a green color, right? Are only two. Only two, right? The first one is abstraction. Second one is classification of abstraction in the form of hierarchy. That's all. Nothing else. Due to this, you get a side product. The different side products, we will see it in question number 3 tomorrow. The abstraction and classification of abstraction in the form of hierarchy. Don't use the term inheritance, it's too early, right? But if you use, no harm. One is abstraction Other one is classification of abstraction in the form of hierarchy are the only two principles. And rest all are the product of these things. So what are the principles of object-oriented programming paradigm? First one is abstraction. Second one is classification of abstraction in the form of hierarchy. Is that okay?
Can you, sir, can you elaborate second one?
Yeah.
This hierarchy in the form.
Yeah. No. Those things we will do it tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we'll do it. We'll limit only to the 50 minutes and all, right? I told you two things. One is abstraction. Okay, remember that is what is the discussion we'll do tomorrow. Second one is classification of abstraction. These are the only two principles. Classification,
Sure.
we will see it tomorrow and get into question number 3 also slowly. These principle we have understood this, and slowly we will get into the details of that. Are you clear?
Yes.
Is that okay? Right? So
Yes, sir.
tomorrow, okay, 5 minutes before the 6 o'clock, please attend. 2 more days we'll spend and complete all these things and then get into C++ immediately. In C++, 56 different program we will solve it. And I will ensure that you will all write program and understand it, all principles thoroughly. And you can compare that with Java program also. It is my responsibility. Right? So shall I close today? Hello,
Yes, sir.
Ankit. I will close. Okay, please
Yes, sir.
reserve the time 6 to 7 for me. Right? And it is only 15-20 days. During
Yes, sir.
IA, I will not do it. During IA, I will not do it. Right? I know. Right? So continuously when you do that one, this is the kind of preparation you can answer. But today when you tell the answer, what are the principles? Abstraction and classification. Even interview will get pleased with that. Got it? And these are all from
Yes, sir.
Grady Booch, right? And one of the IIT professor from IIT Chennai who trained me. From them I'm telling all these things. None of these things are mine. None of these things are mine. Okay? Shall I close today? Shall I close today? And today you work out. Today you work out. Come prepared with the answer. Tomorrow you can hit at me. Hit and run case tomorrow. You can come and hit me. Right?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. With this, what we do is we'll stop everything. Right? I will end the meeting today.
Yes.
Right? Today around 65 people. Ask everyone to attend the meeting. Right? This. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Right? And Ashish and Ankit call me immediately after this. Bye.
Sure.
Yes.